Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of August Does Bones. Today we are going to be talking about the wild world of the bone structure of animals, carnivores, herbivores, and sort of adaptation, the way that animals adapt to their environment. I'm here in beautiful Verde, Texas, outside of San Antonio, and without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so here in Verde, Texas, we have lots of different species of birds, fish, mammals, reptiles, and even a few amphibians. But today I'm going to be focusing on the ones that are a little bit easier to see up close and personal, being the two primary large species of mammals we have in the area, the white-tailed deer and the wild boar. So what's so different about these species is the white-tailed deer. The white-tailed deer, as pictured here, is a completely native species. There are probably 40 acres we have here, and I'd say there's about a population of about 100 of them here. They are a completely native species. They've been here for millennia, and their ancestors have been too. They are a prey species, completely herbivorous, and we'll get into them later. The other species we have here is the wild boar. Wild boars are essentially just domesticated pigs that escaped from captivity, and over a couple generations their genes adapted to the environment of this area, so they are very large, just like coarse fur. They turn from what you would think of a regular pig to look like, with that cute like pink color, to just like coarse fur, big old tusks. They are omnivorous, and they are a detriment to the entire population out here. Let's get into looking at some bones. So first one I've got right here, this is the wild boar skull. As you can see, it's got this sagittal crest. This is how you could, if it's the longer that this is on an animal's skull, that is the bite power of the animal. So this is an extremely powerful animal. This skull is like bigger than mine, so these animals are probably around my size. If you like equaled it out across an animal, like probably comes up to here on me. Huge, just like damaged the ecosystem. They ran out the entire jackrabbit population out here. They are terrible. We hunt them every season. I'm actually gonna go shoot one tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah. And if you can see, it's got those forward-facing eyes. That helps you know that it is a predatory animal. This animal is going to go after small things, not necessarily like other things like coyotes, but it's going to go for small stuff like foxes, raccoons, skunks, opossums, ringtail cats, jackrabbits, eastern cottontails, all species that we have out here that could be possibly affected by this animal. It also tears up all sorts of plants out here. Just a completely dangerous animal to the ecosystem and the animals that live here. Alright, next here we've got, this is a white-tailed deer skull. As you can tell, unlike that boar that had the big teeth, it's got those nice flat teeth for breaking up vegetation and digesting it. It's a very good thing to have. They've got these, unlike the forward-facing eyes, they've got kind of side-facing eyes, so that they can get a better scope of their surroundings to stay alert and protected. That is a very common thing when you're looking at the skull between a predator animal and a prey animal. Very often times the prey have it on the sort of side of their head. That's why humans have forward-facing eyes, because we are primarily animals that were hunting other species rather than being hunted. The wild boar has sort of a combination, but you can mostly see that its eyes are facing forward. But yeah, white-tailed deer are an extremely important part of the ecosystem and food chain out here. Vital part. They feed on grass so it doesn't get too abundant and stuff, but they are also a necessary food for bobcats, vultures, mountain lions. There are mountain lions out here. Coyotes, all sorts of things that could come feed on them. They are a necessary part of the ecosystem that is just not seen in the wild boar. That is why it is so important that when there can be so many issues with invasive species, like also this one is not as much of a problem because it's on a much more local level. We are starting to see axis deer out here, which is an animal brought in from India. The chital is the original name for this animal. It is being brought in from other parts of the country to be hunted for sport. A couple of them are coming onto our property and we're seeing them breed. It's not as much of an issue localized, but it could become more of an issue later with grasses starting to drop down. So that is why it's so vital that we help keep our ecosystem intact. So, what did you think of this video? I thought it would be good to come out here and just kind of talk about ecosystems, that kind of stuff. Make a good video that is animal related but isn't just exclusively about birds. I hope it was informative. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that you will go like and subscribe and follow me on any platform, you know. I'm going to be some variant of my name. I know I'm not really appealing to anyone that I don't know personally, so if you don't know what my name is on any platform, ask me, because I feel like anyone who's watching this video to the end knows me personally. So if you're trying to find me on a platform you can't do it, just ask, you know. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching.